The Lord warned in the days of Noah that the flood was coming, but they took it for granted. And they took it lightly, like many people are scorning and scoffing at the word of God. They say, where is the promise of his coming? And since the days of the fathers, we have been hearing that Jesus is coming. But here am I was a boy, and now I'm an old man, and Jesus has not come. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man. Because we don't know it, does it mean that it's not for real? Does it mean that it will not come? It will surely come. Look at this. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. How was the day of Noah? In verse 38, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking. It was a social generation. It was a generation of celebration and festivities. They were eating and drinking. They were marrying and giving in marriage. That was the preoccupation of the day. And he said, the same way it shall be in the days of Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. There was no warning that the rain was coming, but on a faithful day, the day wasn't blue, the day wasn't black, the day was just a normal day. They went about their normal eating and drinking. They went about their normal marrying and giving out in marriage. Maybe some people even had their wedding ceremonies on that day. But suddenly the rain came and the flood took them all unawares. The same thing also, the rapture will be. I pray that you will be ready. Caution against careless, sinful sleep before Christ's return. The world will not be ready. The rapture is not for the world. And then the people, the men and women of the world, they may be worldly wise, but they will not be ready. They may be scientists, but they don't know about this. It's a mystery, and they will not be ready. And because they will not be ready, they are going to involve themselves in careless, simple sleep, and they are going to be slumbering. To see the example of a man, a warrior man, a champion man, that he should have been at the battlefield, but no, he was not. He gave himself to a careless sleep. He gave himself to a simple sleep. Judges chapter 4, 17. Howbeit Sisera fled away on his feet. This man was not steadfast. He fled away. If you are steadfast, you will not flee away from the place of assignment to the tent of jail. To the tent of jail. Another woman that was not his wife, a warrior fleeing away from the war front, from the battlefield to the house, to the tent of a woman that is not his wife. Warrior, what are you doing there? That's not your wife. And look at that now, not just going to his house. And Jael went out to meet Sisera and said unto him, turn in. Those strange ladies, they are out there, and those strange women, they are out there. They say, turn in. And they even use the word, my Lord, turn in to me, fear not. And when he had turned in unto her into the tent, she covered him with a mantle. A warrior under the mantle of a strange woman. There's going to be danger, and there's going to be trouble, and that warrior is going to lose his life. Under whose mantle did you sleep before you came here? And under whose tent did you sleep before you came here? Where did you go? And who did you stay with? And look at this warrior in verse 19. And he said unto her, give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. And she opened a bottle of milk and gave him drink and covered him. But that's not going to be for nothing. That's not going to be without the price of his head. Then Jael, look at this. Then Jael, Heber's wife, took a nail of the tent and took an hammer in her hand and went softly unto him and smote the nail into his temples, into his head, and fastened it to the ground. A warrior dying like a fool because he involved himself in a careless, simple sleep. Are you sleeping a careless, simple sleep? Are you sleeping, indulging in any carnal activity, in any fleshly activity, and then you come in the midst of the people of God? You are not steadfast. You have left. You have fled away from the point of duty. And the Lord is calling us to return. This man lost his head. This man lost his life. And then can you think about this? What the last moment he was before he went into eternity. He died as an enemy of God. What if the people that sleep such careless sleep, they go to the hotel, they go to the room of a strange woman, and then their life ceases in that place? The last activity before they sleep into eternity, before they sink into unconsciousness, and they find themselves at the other side, and the blanket of the strange woman is still on them, and then the milk that they drank is still in their mouth, and the angels could see it, and the perfume of that strange woman is still upon them, and the angels are saying, we know the woman that uses this perfume, she's a notorious woman. We have put her on our watch already. Were you with her? Where did you go? What was your last moment? And the video is played and the record is played because they involve themselves in a carnal, sensual, sinful sleep. I pray that this day the Lord will deliver his church. Look at the caution. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 6. Therefore let us not sleep. That's the caution. Let us not sleep. Paul the apostle was not talking about the normal natural sleep or sleep in the night. Therefore let us not sleep, the sinful sleep, the careless sleep, the sensual sleep. Let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night. No, it's not that night sleep that we have the normal sleep to refresh ourselves. He's talking about the sensual sleep, and they sleep in the night of the cover of secrecy. They sleep in the night when nobody is there. They sleep in the night. They sleep into that evil and into that iniquity. They that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken. Do you see how he connected the sleep and drunkenness together? They that sleep in the night. They that be drunken are drunken in the night. I pray that God will wake up his church.